Okay, sweet. So yeah, this is our first pre-arrival session, one of many. So today you will be meeting the Wong International Centre team. You will be also meeting Chelsea, who is the coordinator of exchange and study abroad, as well as Dotun, who is the coordinator for African descent student opportunity and success. Before we start, we'll do a quick land acknowledgement. So we would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, which the Mi'kmaq, Maliseet, and Passamaquoddy peoples first signed with the British Crown in 1726. The treaties did not deal with the surrender of lands and resources, but in fact recognized Mi'kmaq and Maliseet title and established the rules for what was going to be an ongoing relationship between nations. So before we jump into the presentation, if you folks have any questions, given that we don't have that many people right now, the format that we will follow is so the Wong Center team will do their presentation, we'll have Chelsea go next and then Doton. And when all three departments are done, then you can either send your questions via chat or we'll have a Q&A bit. You can put your hands up then. So you'll wait till the very end to ask your questions. So if you have any while I'm talking, feel free to note it down or even send it in the chat. We'll just acknowledge it towards the end. So this is a glimpse at the Wong International Centre. We put some of our most kind of celebrated events that we do throughout the academic year. You can see some performances. That's part of our yearly international banquet. So every year we have a specific theme for the event, and it's the most attended event from the Wong International Centre. We also have a picture of when we celebrated Holi with all of our students. We do some outdoor events such as hiking, and you can see the picture there. Some initiatives that we do, or more leadership kind of inclined opportunities that we have is that of being a mentor with us, and you can see 3 of them with their certificates. We also have a picture of what the space looks like. So while the space is open to international students throughout the academic year and even during the summer to just hang out and chill, these spaces turn into study spaces during exams. So we have snacks and noodles and all of the cool stuff to keep you motivated in some way while you're studying. Introducing you to the Wong International Centre team. So we have Diana Joannes, who is the manager of international affairs. And right under her, we have Janet Harnum, who is unable to make it today because she's not feeling well, but she's the international student advisor. And we have Buddy with her, who's always in the house. So if you need some pet therapy, you can always drop by the Wong Center once you're here. As an international student, if you have any questions, regarding anything that's non-academic, you would go to Janet. And if there's anything that she needs to direct you to someone, she'll do that for you. So she would be your go-to person for any advice. On the top, okay, I can't do directions. So I was gonna be like top left hand, whatever, but I can't do directions. So we'll just say on the top, on next to Diana, is myself. I'm Rudraksh. I'm originally from Mauritius, just putting it out there in case there are any Mauritians in the group right now. I graduated Acadia 2 years ago. I did a bachelor's in English with honors. I am currently the coordinator of events and programming. So once you're here, you'll see that throughout the academic year, every week we do events and programming. And these are various kinds of events. But if there's anything specific that you want to see, whether it is something cultural that's celebrated in your country or whether it's even religious events, you can always talk to myself or our next person, Sadia, who is our programming intern. So Sadia and myself work together to bring all your events and programming to life. So that's the team. What does the Wong International Center do? We do student advising. As I said, we do not do academic advising. However, we're kind of like your home away from home. So your go-to people for anything that you have questions about, you can just drop by in the office. During the academic year, we're here Monday to Friday. 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. and we usually were away for lunch from like 12 to 1 or 12:30 to 1:30. But outside of that, we're all here. We do immigration advising while we don't have an in-person immigration advising yet. We do have a specific immigration advising email that we will direct you to. Usually you just come to us and we'll let you know where to go for immigration advising. We do student advocacy. So if there's anything happening where you need us to step in to support you, you can always talk to Janet. We do information sessions such as this one, but also we have something called Adulting 101 series throughout the year where we allow you to meet banks or even different people from different department here to just talk to you about different stuff concerning adulting. As I said before, we do events, we're a space to book, and we have several other services, which you'll find out while you're a student here. Okay, so before I jump into this, just a warning right off the bat that this program is currently is now full and it is closed. Um, we will have winter openings, however, we all are expecting you for the fall. Basically, this is a mentor program that where you're paired with an upper year student and they kind of become your buddy while you're here for your first term. And yeah. Okay, the exciting part. So I hope most of you are already navigating the Acorn course, which is our pre-arrival guide. If you're not enrolled in it, so there are a few ways to know if you can access it yet. So typically, you're all enrolled, automatically enrolled in it. However, to access it, you need to make sure that you have activated your Acadia account, and then you just put in your credentials and it'll take you to Acorn. It's also called Moodle, so don't be thrown off if you see another name there. And it's an interactive guide, also an informative one that allows you to get like somehow of an avant-goût before you come here. And as you can read on the slide, students who complete the course by October 1st will be entered in a draw to win one of three prizes. Um, Now I can show you more of the interactive features of it, and I hope I'm doing this the right way right now. Okay, are we on Acorn? Yeah? No. No? Okay. Um, I'm Gen Z. I'm supposed to be navigating this seamlessly. Okay, let's see. How can I go to? I think I'm on Acorn now, right? Yeah. Okay, sweet. So when you go into Acorn, you should be able to see this. And these are all kind of like portals, and we do have interactive ones. So if you go to connect with peers, here you can tell us where you're from. So as you can see, there are several people who have put themselves on the map right now, and you can just post like a fun little fact about where you're from and what your country is about, or even talk about yourself. I would, unless you're very comfortable putting your social media on there, I typically won't suggest it. But hey, if you're very social and you're looking to make friends and want more followers on Instagram, you can definitely go for that. So that's one of our interactive features. We also have a discussion board, so you can be more conversational here. So as you can see, Jeffrey talks about how they love building websites. You have people talking about what program they're in. They introduce themselves, like what country they're from. And we usually, one of us from our team will be replying to you on there. So we will definitely encourage you all to make the most like out of this so that you're all already building some kind of community prior to arrival. We have like a checklist for you here on coming to Canada. So all the things that you should ensure that you're doing is right here. This is still being built. So as the summer goes on, it's summer here in Canada right now. As the summer goes on, you'll see more videos and more resources available. This is student services, so you can see the Wong Center there. You can see um, like student support and everything. We have living in Wolfville, so living and shopping, working in Canada, setting up your cell phone, bank accounts. It's kind of a cheat sheet almost before you arrive to Canada on all the things that you can get some kind of information on. So that's the Acorn course. I will now try to seamlessly, maybe not, struggle to go back to my PowerPoint. Um, okay. And for this one, you will talk to Sadia.
All right, thank you so much. And now on this slide, we have what to do before arriving. So first of all, you have to register for your courses and you have to also register for your residence. So what you can do is you can talk to ResLife about it. And our next session, which is June 5, which is a will have the ResLife staff and the off-campus people as well. So that would be really helpful if you would like to attend that one. And for the next thing that you can do is attend all of the pre-arrival sessions. We have really, really good sessions coming up. I think that will help you a lot. And if you haven't already, you have to apply for your study permit. And we also have airport pickup services, which will be available soon. And we'll have a sheet that you can like sign up for it. And the dates, just gonna read it from the screen, which is August 26th, 27, and 28, 7 a.m., 2 p.m., and 11 p.m. So that's the date and the time for the airport pickup service. And when you come here at Acadia, you will have the welcome desk. So there will be people there. They can help you with where would you want to go, if you want to find your residence, if you want to have any more questions about Acadia, about Wolfville, so they will help you with it. And for the other thing, if you are unable to make the pickup services, I would like to suggest that you take the contact information there. It is world-class limousine services, and it's a very reliable and I would say helpful one because you can just go to their website and then just contact them because that sounds really fancy, but it is not. I can say that that's really affordable and nice one. And for the next one, um, okay. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. And for the next page is about our Instagram. So you can see this is everything that we do here. You can see, you can have our posts about everything. We have like events. We also ask about your opinion if you have anything that you would like to share with us. But I would also like to tell you because the DMs are not monitored, but if you want to reach out to us, I think email is the best option to do that. And hmm, and this is our contact information. You can see all of us. You can see our email. Please do reach out via email. Mhm. Yes, and this is the one with the important links. So all of the pre-arrival sessions that we're doing, it's going to be recorded and you can have them in our YouTube channel. And these are the questions for, if you have any questions, these are the links that you can go to. If you were thinking about to know about arrival and orientation, we have the web page. Also, we have our email addresses there. So if you have any questions for anything, you can just go and talk there. Okay. I think that's the last one. Would you like to come and help? Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sadia. So yeah, this is just a like email us for any questions that you have on international@acadiau.ca. And just a quick reminder that the next arrival session will be with Res Life and with the off-campus housing department. I will now pass it on to the super cool Chelsea.
Awesome. I will get my screen sharing. I will let folks know I see some of my exchange students are in this call. So the presentation that I will be doing now is for degree-seeking international students interested to participate in study abroad. We will be doing a session specific to our incoming exchange students later in the summer. So you can learn a bit about our program or take a bathroom break. All right. So, Rudra said questions are at the end. If you want to ask me questions anonymously, you can scan this QR code here or go to menti.com and type in this code. If we don't get to your questions today, I can reach out and we can do kind of an FAQ on the Study Abroad Instagram and the Wix as well, just to make sure that you're getting all of your questions answered. All right. So my name is Chelsea Hanoun. I'm the Exchange and Study Abroad Coordinator for Acadia University. I use she, they pronouns. I studied at Dalhousie University for my undergraduate, and I did 8 months abroad in Ecuador for my study abroad. And I'm joined here today by Tom. Tom was my assistant during this past semester, and he's been very helpful in preparing a lot of these resources for students and really improving our program. So we're going to go over a couple of your global learning options, what you need to know, and some things to consider as you come to Acadia. So as Rudresh mentioned, we are in Mi'kma'ki, and in the context of study abroad, you are all coming to Canada to study abroad already, but some of you may be interested to add a couple more countries or experiences to your list while you're here participating in your education at Acadia. So some questions that I'd like students to think about is, whose land am I traveling and studying on? What is the best way to be a guest on this land? How can I meaningfully learn from Indigenous peoples and communities locally and abroad? Do I understand the history and present issues in Canada and in your home country? What connections are there between Mi'kma'ki and your home or potentially your exchange nation? And how can you bring your learnings back to Acadia and your own communities? So I'm hoping that you can all hear the audio for this. Maybe, Rue, if you can give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. But we're going to watch this short video to give you a bit of context of the Maple League Universities, which Acadia is a part of.
Think we can hear an audio.
You can't hear the audio?
No, the audio is
No.
not on.
Okay. Worst case, I will send you the audio to listen to. I'm not quite tech savvy and aims to figure it out.
So when you go to share, Chelsea, there's an option that will appear there to like turn on sharing audio. It's called include sound, so you just switch the tab there.
Include sound. Oh my God.
It's very, yeah, no, it's very basic.
Groundbreaking. All right, let's start from the beginning.
What does extraordinary mean? What does
Yeah,
it
we can
look
hear it
like?
now.
Maybe it's a familiar smile, a new perspective. Sometimes it's an idea that changes the world, or someone who changes your mind. We are the Maple League of Universities, 4 Canadian universities that focus on undergraduate education and share one philosophy: that an extraordinary way of life starts with an extraordinary way of learning. It means smaller classes where you have a bigger voice. It means professors who are mentors, who make you think deeper, bigger, higher. But more than this, an extraordinary way of learning is about feeling at home when you're away from home. It's waking up to the rustle of maple trees and following the same path to class as the scholars who have come before you. It's a community that welcomes and nurtures you in more ways than one. And it's a campus that's a family, brought together from all over the world. You don't just study together, you live together, you play together, you celebrate each other's victories, ideas, and differences. At our universities, you see the world up close, feel it in your hands, and ask why and why not. Here, you'll feel the rush of discovery, conducting research with faculty that opens minds and opens doors. Great thinkers have come here for nearly 200 years because they know this is where the magic happens. This extraordinary way of learning is the heart, head, and soul of what we do, and the reason for our high national rankings year after year. We prepare you for something great by giving you extraordinary opportunities now. You'll be ready for whatever comes next because you got an extraordinary head start. And we know wherever you're headed, it's going to be far, far from ordinary. Acadia, Bishops, Mount Allison, St. Francis Xavier, members of the Maple League of Universities. An extraordinary way of learning, it makes for an extraordinary life.
Awesome. So I show that video because Acadia University is part of a group called the Maple League Universities. So as shown in the video, that includes Acadia, Mount Allison University in New Brunswick, St. FX University in Nova Scotia, and Bishops University in Quebec. And while I don't directly administer this program, I do work with them quite closely. And I wanted to share this with our international students because you are all coming to Canada and studying abroad already. But this is a really cool opportunity for you to take courses at these institutions and really broaden your Canadian study abroad experience. So you can take courses from these 4 universities online during the regular academic year. So from like September to April, online courses only, and you pay your normal tuition to Acadia. But there are also a wide range of spring and summer courses that are available at the 4 institutions, and you'd pay tuition for the summer courses as offered. So this is a cool opportunity if you want to study in Quebec in the summer, take an extra course, or take an online course from Mount Allison University while studying at Acadia. So there are more ways that you can interact with other students in Canada and diversify your learning without actually having to leave the Wolfville community. All right. So this is one of my favorite slides to show. Tom and I have been working to improve the content on our study abroad website, which I can show you a little later. But we have this map that is listed, and it shows where all of our exchange and study abroad partners are from, where they're located, and we're always adding more partners based on the student requests. So you can see that we have partners in Australia, England, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Japan, Morocco, the Netherlands, Norway, Scotland, Spain, Sweden, the US, and Wales. So you might be thinking, I'm already studying abroad. Am I eligible to study abroad through this program? And yes, you are. So we have had international students participate in our exchange program previously. The main things to consider are, of course, your degree requirements. So meeting with an academic advisor to make sure that studying abroad fits into your graduation timeline, that you've completed 45 credit hours before applying for exchange. So basically, a full year at Acadia is 30 credits. So after 3 semesters, you could apply. You have a GPA of 3 or more, and you've confirmed that studying abroad doesn't impact your current visa and that you maintain full-time student status. So in terms of the timeline, we do an exchange information session in November. Sometimes you'll see me before going to a couple classrooms to promote the program earlier into each semester. We have our application deadline, that's in January. And then from there are a number of steps that happen, from interviewing to program acceptance, mandatory pre-departure sessions, to applications with the host institution and beyond. But I wanted to pass it over quickly to Tom, just so he can share a little bit more about the visa process for international students, as he's done some research on that for you.
Yeah, so we're very lucky to have partner institutions across 5 continents at Acadia. And if you are an international student, you are still eligible to apply to study abroad and exchange program at Acadia so that you can go on to another country in addition to studying at Acadia, usually during your 3rd year of study. And the good thing about our study abroad program is that you don't have to apply for visas from your home countries in order to participate. So all of our study abroad partners. They have visas here in Canada, so you can sort out all of your applications here. And I know that certain countries like Germany, they require you to come to Toronto to apply in person. However, you do not have to travel back to your home country in order to apply for a student visa. And another good thing to keep in mind is that when you apply to study abroad, you're paying Acadia University tuition. So the tuition will be the same as what you're paying right now, except that there are certain incidental fees at the host institutions that might be requiring you to pay a little bit extra, but the ballpark is going to be the same as what you're paying now.
Perfect. Thanks so much for sharing that, Tom. So as Tom mentioned, you pay your normal Acadia tuition. There are some fees that you'd pay to the host institution rather than to Acadia. And of course, you wouldn't have housing here, you'd have housing there, transportation costs. One of the good things though is if you have any scholarships or bursaries that normally apply to your account, they will continue to apply while you're on exchange. So if you front load some of that work to get extra scholarships, then it will help with the cost of the exchange. So the other thing to note is that when you participate in an exchange opportunity at Acadia, everything comes back as pass fail. So if you take 5 courses abroad, they'll be coming back with a P passing grade if you get above a C minus. So it does allow you to explore the world and explore the academics without the pressure of having to get quite an A plus. So that's always something nice to keep in mind. Some other things that I can talk about is our responsibilities. So much like your degree, you are responsible for your success, much like you would be with the exchange program. So my office is really here to offer support and guidance and facilitate you, really give you the tools you need to be successful, but ultimately you are responsible for researching the costs, submitting all the forms, getting everything arranged, and making sure that you have a safe and successful experience. So the last thing that I want to bring to your attention is kind of like that next step. So if this is something that you're interested in, you'll want to talk to some folks, whether it's family, your academic advisor, me, even assistants like Tom or peers that have gone abroad before, learn about the experience and see if it might be a good fit for you. Do you want to participate in our formalized exchange program where everything's kind of worked out? We have partners on other sides. Or do you know of another university that you really, really want to study abroad with, but we don't have a formal agreement with? Because we can work with you on that. Is there a country or region that you want to go to? Does your academics and your visa allow you to go for a full academic year or only one semester? And what are the personal, academic, and professional reasons why studying abroad might benefit you? Because that will play into matching you to a destination and a host partner. And of course, the how. So the application processes, the funding, and the visa are really key points that you'll want to look into early. So I want to say thank you. If you have any questions, we'll do that at the end. But of course, you can reach out to me anytime. My email is on the screen there.
You shall see, and we'll hear from Dotun now.
All right, thank you so much. Let me do some magic with tech today. I hope I don't mess it up. A moment, please. Just loading, take a few minutes. Okay. All right. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Good day, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from wherever you're joining from different part of the world. And thank you, Rudrash. Thank you, Tom, thank you, Sadia and Chelsea, for laying a good foundation for this call. My name is Dotun Olutoke. I am the coordinator of the Office of African Descent Student Opportunity and Success. And today I'll be talking to you about Black student support in Acadia. And but just before I move on, I would like to say that the Office of African Descent Student Opportunity and Success, it's a department, it's a unit in the Department of Student Services. We are located in Rhodes Hall. That's the building that you can see in the background. And we basically we provide appropriate support and resources that we enhance the Black student experience in Acadia. So anything that pertains to student of African descent, whether you are from Nova Scotia, you're local, or you are international, from the Caribbean, from West Africa, from different part of the world. If you're a Black student and you find yourself in Acadia, our mission is to ensure that you have, resources that could, enhance your academic and personal success. And the way we work, we our office also work with different clubs on campus. So in Acadia, we have 3 Black-led club and societies. We have the Black Student Association, which is an organization that different students from different parts of the world belong to. And we have the Acadia Caribbean Union, and we have the Sisters of Color. So the Sisters of Color is a female-led, female Black club on campus. And I will run you through the different services and resources that we have for Black students on campus. So in the Rhodes Hall, that is where the Office of African Descent is located. We share that building with accessible learning, and we share that also with the Indigenous Students Office. And in this building, we have a Black Student Lounge, and that is the Black Student Lounge is a safe space, is a welcoming space for Black students on campus to relax, to chill, to hang out, to socialize. So if you find yourself moving from class to class and you need a quick place to stop and probably have lunch, complete like a quick assessment online, or you just want to have a quick chat with your friend, you are welcome to to the Black Student Lounge. And it's also a place where I find that students are found comfortable to take a quick nap. So the couch there is very comfortable, and you could also do that there. And we have different facilities in the Black Student Lounge. So we have a computer. So if you need access to a computer with internet quickly, perhaps your computer is acting up on a bad day, we got you covered. And we also have free printing. So of course there are free printing, there are printing services in different parts of on campus, but you could also make use of the free printing services in the Black Student Lounge. There's a paper, there's a very good printer where you could print in black and white. And also we provide free snacks and drinks for students. So you could have noodles, you could have biscuits, you could have chocolates, and a lot of soft drinks for you to take advantage of if you are feeling hungry and you needed to snack on something. And in case you want to spend a long day on campus and you have your lunch with you, you could bring it in, and then there's a microwave there for you to to warm up your food and eat, and there's a fridge to also keep things. So we have that. And one of the key events that we do, to welcome students on campus is the Black Student Meet and Mix. And this we've done in the past. And the idea is to be able to create a space where new students and current students get to meet together in the same space. So this picture you are seeing on my screen is the Black Student Meet and Mix that we did in the fall. And it gave the new and current students to interact, and also the Black professors. So it's an opportunity to connect. People have lunch, we have games, we have trivia, people want gifts. So when you arrive on campus, please look forward to this event. And it's always an opportunity for students to to connect. And I've seen people make friends that I just from this event. And also you could also get an opportunity to talk to representative and student leaders of different clubs and societies. Just if you needed to, get more information and you want to be part of the club and societies, so it's an opportunity for you to also kind of engage. And also we provide part of the services we provide regularly is the men's barber shop. And in the past, we've done this event with the Wong International Centre. So it's a safe space where whether you're Black or you are not, you're an international student, you come in and get a free haircut. And in the past, we've provided, an opportunity for students to watch a live soccer match because it fell on a day that there was a live match going on, and there's also an opportunity for you to, just interact with people. Sometimes academic work might be really fast paced and you don't even get a chance to even meet new people. So this is also a space for you to meet new people. And sometimes we also bring in mental health counselors to come and talk to men about mental health support for men and masculinity and different issues that I find very interesting. And so that's something that you can avail yourself of. And and I want to also quickly talk about the Black Student Office. We do culturally appropriate programming, and one of the key things that we've done we also do regularly is to celebrate Black culture and excellence. And we dedicate in the month of February, for those of you who are not in Canada, it's dedicated to celebrate African heritage. So in different part of the world, they might call it Black History Month, but in Canada, in Nova Scotia especially, we call it African Heritage Month. And for this year, we have a series of events that we did. And the picture you are seeing on my right is the Black Excellence Gala. And that's like the grand finale of all the events that we had this year. And it was an opportunity for Black students, faculty, community members, and even non-Black people in the community, whether in the university or in the valley here, to come together to celebrate Black culture, Black music, Black food, and also an opportunity to just celebrate. And at these events, we had a lot of opportunities for students to connect, and we gave out bursaries. So if you next year promises to be bigger, I've gotten the assurance of the president on that. So we're going to be having a lot of bursaries to win next year. And part of what we did for Black History Month, African Heritage Month, is a talent show and a karaoke night. It's an opportunity for our students to showcase their musical talent. And I was very blown away. I didn't know that we have people that can compete with Beyonce in Acadia because of their singing ability. So it's an opportunity for you to come showcase yourself. Just come. It's not judgmental, even if you cannot sing like me. Just come grab the microphone and have fun. And I saw that it was a very good opportunity for the students to just let out your steam after a very challenging academic year. And also we have the Sisters of Color. They do regular events on campus, and this is from one of their paint nights. So they come together and they paint, and then they just express themselves on the canvas. And we also have a lunchtime chat. So this we do also regularly. So it's a space for Black students to come together and just talk about the challenges that they are going through. So it's because we find out that sometimes students don't get that opportunity as the session really things get really busy. But occasionally we provide this opportunity for students to just come in and share ideas. So if there's anything that you think might be beneficial to students that you want to express, this is the kind of opportunity that we have created through the lunch and chat. And interestingly, there are different people on campus, different departments that they will just come there to listen, and they will if there's something that's it's challenging that you might want to talk about, whether in person or you want to talk confidentially, they can reach out to you from there. And in the past also, we've done events with the mental health and counseling unit, and that's support. The goal is to ensure that as our students are going on with their academics and they have any challenge mentally, in terms of their mental health, they can have people to speak to. And we've gotten really good feedback from those kind of sessions. And also beyond all the event that we do, we also stay with you from day one when you come to the day of graduation. So this is a recent picture from our graduation ceremony. So the Office of African Descent will provide the Kente store. So you might have seen this worn by students in different part of the world, and we provide this for our students, for our Black students to walk across the stage, and so oftentimes, sometimes students come to me or come to my colleagues, and sometimes I might not be able to answer your question, but I won't send you away. So when you come to me and I can't provide the kind of support you need, my job is to refer you to different resources on campus also. So we have the Mani Memorial Chapel, that is the spiritual center of Acadia University, and the chaplain there she's very welcoming with her staff. And she also, the Mani Memorial Chapel hosts different events, like a soup event where students just come together and then to have a time to, eat and just chat. And we also provide tutoring services. So if you are having challenges with a particular course and you need extra help, we have a free tutoring that can be provided from our office. And also, we can also, if there's a challenge with if you are dealing with issues of harassment, discrimination, because Acadia has zero tolerance to discrimination and harassment in our policy, we can also refer you to the human rights and the equity office and the equity office, pardon me. And also we have the counseling service. We have a Black counselor who is really good and has been really supporting our students. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you on campus. So if there's anything that you need before you come to Acadia or when you arrive, my office is in Road Hall, room 209, and my email is right on the screen. If you have any questions or if you want to make any inquiries just before you arrive or even when you arrive, I'm here to answer you, and I'll be willing to take any questions. Thank you.
Milton. So we have about 10-ish minutes remaining for the session. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to either raise your hand on the Teams app or you can just send in a chat and one of us will answer your question. Fire off.